Yeah. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Jay and I just walked around the con, Rose City, for like 5 hours.
Did you guys see any of the guest speakers or anything?
No, we didn't meet them, but we walked through the area. Felicia Day was there. We saw Marina Sirtis and Gates McFadden. Who else did we glimpse? A couple other folks here and there. No, but Jay didn't accost anybody, so that was no fun.
I saw that Val Kilmer was supposed to be here.
I saw the picture of Val Kilmer. A buddy of mine, Steve Doris, he's a caricaturist. He did a couple of the characters that are in the other room of my daughter and I. And he met with Val yesterday. And he took a picture with him. And he looks great.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking the rumor is, what I've heard online is that he was sick or something.
Yeah.
And that he'd gained a bunch of like water type weight and then whatnot. And, but now he's back to it. And you know what? I think if they're going to do Top Gun, I'm hoping he's there.
Yeah. The rumor is he is there. He already admitted that he's in it.
Okay, because last I knew he was kind of campaigning to be in it.
That's originally.
Yeah.
And then I just saw another YouTube a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, no, I'm in it."
Okay. That's good. That's good. So.
Oh!
Hey, look at you!
Oh, look at this guy.
All non-shaven and shit.
Those go to Amber, actually.
Oh yes, I'll take them upstairs to Amber.
Okay, so I'm gonna sure
You pour me some soda. I'll be right back. It's recording, by the way. All right, here we are. Like I said earlier, we just got back from the Rose City Comic Con.
Are you gonna pour us in your rum?
I poured me some rum. Where's your little glass? You want some in there?
You said.
Okay.
Oh, is that yours?
First off, that's my shot.
Oh.
First off, this is what Jay and I are drinking right now. And there's vodka over there if you want that, or you can have some of this, Jeff. Also, I think there might be a beer upstairs. What do you want?
I don't want no beer. I thought there was more shot glasses.
I thought so too. I don't know where they are, but grab a big one. Grab a big one. Yeah, you're fine. They're all clean.
Just grab a sippy one.
But anyway, in the spirit of kind of the season, my wife and I, it being early September, and my wife is obsessed, as most women are, with fall. And so we start watching horror movies for Halloween. And The Shining. We watched The Shining the other night. So, of course, we're now trying red rum, literally red rum, a blend of premium Caribbean rum and natural tropical flavor. So basically it's a mixed drink on its own. So that's why I wasn't sure if you wanted to put it in Coke or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me your glass. I'm taking a shot.
Hang on. I'm gonna take
You want to try it first? Yeah.
I get you a
I'm
glass.
going to do a shot here. See, because it might not mix with cola.
Ooh.
Oh. Ooh, cough syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, well, let's see.
Do you want...
And it goes... Actually, it goes down smoother than cough syrup.
It's not bad. It's not
It's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Southern Comfort cough syrup like.
No.
But
No, it's okay. But I'll probably drink vodka after this.
But it's definitely Robitussin like.
Robitussin-esque, as it were.
That's a good point.
So at any rate, so that's what we're drinking, and we got back from the con. Now I want to know why Jeff didn't come to the con today.
Well,
I was down there, but everything was either $20 or more just to park, and I'm like, you got to be kidding. I drove. Traffic was crap.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, you guys know my anxiety kicks in. I see people, and I drive with tinted windows because I don't want to be seen. Plus, I'm missing a tooth, and it takes away from the Jeep look. So
Why don't you just put your brain
no,
in?
actually, hang on. It actually adds to the Jeep look. Really. I mean, because describe your Jeep first off.
Okay.
Before you say
okay, so I got a story on top of that.
Go ahead.
So my Jeep is lifted 3.5 inches, if you're curious. Fox shocks, white Jeep, black trimming, but my wheels are blue with black. And the title of my Jeep, the theme of my Jeep when I'm done with it, to include the KC lights and everything I'm going to add to it, it's going to be just a Jeep Yeti. It's going to be called the Yeti build. So for all you car people, if you know what Dodge is, Dodge makes different packages. Like Nate Page has a Scat Back. Then above that goes Hellcat, and then above that goes Demon now.
Oh.
And I thought, and each one of those cars has a little a badge, not a sticker, a badge, and with whatever. Well, I'm gonna
Sahara's used to have.
correct
Metal badge.
Yeah. Metal. So I'm getting rid of all the stickers on my Jeep, and I'm going straight badges because I like stinking badges.
You don't need stinking badges.
But I'm gonna make a Yeti head symbol similar to like what the Demon looks like or the Hellcat that you'd see on the Dodge. So I want it to kind of blend in with my Jeep. And I'm missing a tooth. so
Is the Yeti going to be missing a tooth in the emblem?
my buddy's been having dog issues, and he also lives in Ridgefield. Guy I actually grew up with from grade school or middle school or something like that. So I went over to take care of his dog because his neighbor is just this complete jerk, like a complete jerk. Nobody in the whole area likes this guy. So I pull in, I get out of the Jeep, and the guy's already chirping at me. And I'm like, you don't even know me.
Yeah.
Because this dog is howling or causing issues that he doesn't approve of. And it's a homeowner's area, which I hate homeowners areas.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, him and I kind of get into it, and you know how I talk. So it gets to the point where he's like, there's two sides to every story, and my response is always, I don't care. He goes, there's two sides to every story, and I go, no, I don't care. And then he said it again. I go, look, I'm actually here to deal with your side of the story, but you won't let me go deal with it, so you should shut the fuck up. And he kept clenching his fist every time you get worked up, and I go, look, dude, if you're gonna ball that fist, you better be prepared to use it. And he goes, you need to shut up, you hillbilly.
Oh.
And I went, and you know me, I went, oh. And then I was like, oh, I'm missing a tooth. Because I thought he was talking about my Jeep.
Right.
And I was and my buddy heard it because he's got that little ring or whatever it is, door where you got the camera, and they could hear the audio. And people were coming outside going, what is going on out here? But yeah, that's my hillbilly tooth moment. But yeah, it's my Jeep, so.
It's interesting you mentioned that because my whole goal is eventually, when the wife and I settle whatever we're going to do with the property, is rebuild that Tacoma we saw at the car show a few years back, that Back to the Future 2015
It's
Tacoma. And it's got I believe it's got a 3-inch lift on it. The biggest problem is they don't make that black anymore. They had to give it a special custom black paint job.
It was trimmed with something.
But it was trimmed. Well, the thing is, it had.
I know the truck you're
black
talking is beautiful.
Yeah, it had black chrome wheels. It had the tubular bumper.
That's what it
had
was.
the KC lights on the bumper and on the top. Squares, I think, on the bottom, and then circles on the top.
Yeah.
It does. The original had a roll bar, but this one, the new Tacomas have that slide jack in the back in the bed, and now they've got a roll bar part that goes in there to make it look like that. I'm gonna put a flux capacitor in it. And fucking get an emblem like you were talking about, Back to the Future, because they had one on the Tacoma. And I asked them, "Are you going to make this?" And they're like, "No, this is just for us to ship around to the car shows and the Comic Cons and shit." I'm like, fuck. So that's what I want. That's what I want to build. I want to build that 2015 Back to the Future edition Tacoma.
It was a 2015.
Yeah, it was 15 specifically because he went forward to 2015. Yeah. That's when they did it. And we saw it in 2016 because they were parking it around. They were taking it to all the car shows.
So they made a modern Toyota Tacoma look like the retro Toyota Tacoma,
whatever it is. They did.
Oh wow!
Here's the weird part though. They had to put a special tailgate in it because they don't make that tailgate anymore. The flat Toyota markings, and then they had to put a special paint job on it because they don't make that black anymore apparently in Tacoma. So that's going to be a big bitch. I'm not going to try to recreate that. So I'm going to try to find a black one, whatever, and then do everything else to it. They get the extending cab with the half doors and all that stuff. I don't want a 4-door; it makes it too long. But I want to recreate that. That's what I want. That's my goal. Because I know I'll never have a DeLorean, and DeLoreans are a bitch to maintain anyway.
Yes.
But I know I can maintain a Tacoma for like the rest of my life.
Yes.
So I'm going to get that.
I've been maintaining
you have the
Tacoma
same.
for like...
In fact, I would buy yours if yours were the right model. It's just not the right model.
No,
so.
Well, now that Tacoma. The one you saw, or the one Back to the Future, it was flat. It wasn't pressed out.
So back in 1985, they weren't Tacomas. They were just Toyota pickups.
Yeah.
They didn't
they were like X something. Right. I don't know what they were.
They didn't have a name. It was just Toyota pickup.
You're right.
It was a small pickup, and it was jacked up and had I think it was like 3 or 4 inches or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it looks really cool in the new model.
Yeah, it was sweet. We would both just like, can we
gonna call the bank? This car is fucking awesome.
But they don't sell it, so.
And it had an embossed Back to the Future on the dash.
Who had it?
It's owned by Toyota.
Yeah.
So Toyota had it at an event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
they just created it for Back to the Future, and then drug it across the country for all the car shows and all the Comic Cons.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Probably sold it for like $100,000.
No, they still have it.
Do they?
Yeah, they still have it. They made like a big case for it, like it comes in a package. Like the one we saw, it was just on a pedestal, and now they have a big like fake box, like it comes in a toy package. It's funny. But that's what I want. That's the kit that I want, and it's a bitch. But they've got online. I've looked it up. You can find every part.
Yeah.
To create it. So that's my goal.
Well, and with my Jeep, I'm going with the. Like I said, it's a Yeti build. I call it, but it's going to be more like a Tonka toy. So I'm going to get because I want to get the. They make what are they called? Tire. I'm not thinking of the stickers, but they're like a Sharpie. Sharpie makes a tire thing where you can. So on my Jeep, they're Toyo tires, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna put the Toyo in white, bold, and the Y is gonna be in blue, like the rest of like the certain looks of the Jeep. And then I gotta have Les Schwab, because it's so funny because the guys at Les Schwab downtown Portland. They're like, you ever need anything done, you bring it straight to me. Because the guys are Jeep guys down there. They loved what I was doing. So they're going to take the wheel and the tire, and they're going to try and center it so that the blue etching in my wheel will line up with the... And they said, yeah, just bring it back to us. We'll get that all set up for you.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's going to look... Like I said, it's going to Tonka toy. But the problem is, you drive something like that, you are never going to be an asshole again. Because everybody knows... Oh, yeah, no, I remember you.
Also, you don't want to fuck up that rig you've been putting all that money into.
And that's the other thing. But, like, if I drive 65 and the guy in front of me is doing 55 and I'm tailgating, the minute I go around him, he's going to throw, he's going to know. And then I'm going to see him at Safeway, and I'll probably catch a beating. I'm already missing one tooth, so.
There's somebody in Vancouver here that drives, like an everyday driver, a fucking Jurassic Park Jeep. I've seen it at the craft warehouse.
The whole
like,
I've seen the same one.
Yeah, the red wheels and everything, and the hardtop. Oh my god! I took a picture of it the last time I saw it. It's so cool. But yeah, everyone knows that person is, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the problem when you start going down paths like that. Like, and everybody keeps asking me, well, why the blue wheels? I said, well, when you look at every other truck or Jeep out there, it's the same look. It's either chrome wheels or black wheels.
Yeah.
And they put whatever they can for that's why they all match. They all look alike. And then I roll into the area. And the guy who put my lift on and did all the stuff, he took pictures of it. And everybody on Facebook was like, no, I see that guy all the time. No, and then they start asking him. Now they're bringing their stuff to him because of, and he went and he priced out what he put on in my Jeep. And he goes, dude, I didn't realize you spent so much money. I go, it took me, a year?
You've had that Jeep for over a year.
Right, but I what I do is I collect stuff, and then I throw it all on, as opposed to piece by piece.
Because then you're going to pay for labor every time.
Right, and right now I'm sitting on my new grill, some new badges I got, a few other new things.
That's the great thing about Wranglers, because just for clarification, Jay and I both had Wranglers too.
Yes.
Years ago. I've had a 94, a 95, and a 2004, and you've had a 94?
Mine was a 95.
95. And we had Jeeps at the same time for a while.
We did.
You had a blue one, I had a black one. But the cool thing about Jeeps is you can get all kinds of toys for them. They have whole catalogs of just shit that you can put on there.
Yeah.
And they look sweet. Like when you deck them all out, they look really nice.
The biggest problem with those, though, is they were such money pits.
Yeah. They are.
Not even without buying new shit. It just
They're not high mileage rigs either.
No, they just...
Which is another reason I'm going Tacoma. Those are high mileage rigs.
Yes.
Right. No, don't get me wrong. I like the Tacoma, but if I move past this, I'm getting something else. I don't know. It'll be more of a commuter, and that'll be more just like a winter type
drive. Subaru?
No, I sold that. Sold the motorcycle.
I knew you sold the motorcycle.
Yeah, I sold the Subaru. I did downsizing a lot, and now literally like being retired, so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Because if I find something and I think it's broke, when I start touching it, it's broke. Because I'm breaking that thing.
Well, are you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've already replaced my sink or my faucet, which I need a new one. The garbage disposal, like everything.
Oh, I'm in that boat too.
Yeah, it's.
You own, don't you?
The house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. You see my kitchen?
Well, no,
upstairs. You do walk through the garage or the kitchen?
Garage.
Oh, is it open? Is it open?
Garage is open. Front door's locked.
Fuck. I told you to close the garage door.
Should we take a break?
I'll go get it. It's fine.
I left it open.
And we'll keep
after you
talking?
just walked
Okay.
in through that.
No, keep talking.
Yeah.
But my kitchen is all white and mint green now.
It was kind of going that route.
Well, now it's all white.
No,
the walls are still mint green, but all the cupboards and the fridge has been painted and all that stuff.
The fridge.
Well, because we can't replace the fridge. It literally the new fridges won't fit in there.
Really?
So it's that old 1970s double door fridge. It's
right.
the only thing that'll fit unless we cut the cupboards.
Oh.
And we're not ready to cut the cupboards yet, so I painted them.
Let me know. I've already broken plenty. I can come over.
I already know how to break them.
I got one of those saws on. I'm all about it now.
Hey, what I'm hearing is really cheap labor for your floors. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not saying it's going to get done right.
I don't want this crippled fuck near my floors. He'll be like, oh, God. He'll roll on the couch. Bring me a pizza and a beer.
You know what time for? Medical. So, yeah, no, it's been nice, man. I'm ready to start something new, but I like in no hurry to jump into it. So I'm probably just gonna go to school because I got my book idea I want to write on. You know, and it's weird because I went to Clark, and they said, "Well, what are you interested in doing?" I go, "Writing, to be honest with you."
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, why?" I said, "Well, if I get involved with the FAA through drones or whatnot, I want to be able to." Because as it is right now, certain people are sending me these about drones, and I can't rewrite shit that I don't know how to write because I don't know the formats that they want. And so the guy goes, "Well, you know, you got a book idea, you said?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, what about creative writing? Or even comics?" I go, "Did you say comics?" And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "Clark has a class on comic book writing?" The guy goes, "Yeah." "Oh, well, maybe I'll take that one too." You know, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a whole new world outside.
Well, yeah, and I told the guy, I said, "Well, you know, if I get involved in writing and then the drone club there at Clark," I said, "Well, here's the reason why." I said, "Because there's a lot of stuff that you got packages that really mean nothing for what I want to do. There's certain aspects of it, but I don't want to have to take this entire."
Right.
And I said it would be nice.
You don't want to Steve Jobs it.
No, I said it'd be nice if you guys could let me pick and choose the classes I want to get to where I want to go, not.
It doesn't work that way.
You
like a la carte.
You want to Steve Jobs it. Just take classes that you're interested in and never actually graduate.
See, yeah, but
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
that's the
what
direction
Steve
I'm going.
Jobs did.
Yeah.
Why can't you?
Well,
and as you know,
he died at 50, but whatever. Not that it has anything to do with it.
But
I felt bad for the guy. I mean, he accomplished all that shit and then died young.
But you know, it's interesting that they have that class at Clark, comic book writing.
Yeah, they do.
Which I had no idea.
It's a newer one.
And it is. And they asked if I would want to do that, and I go, "Oh," because at first I thought they were just fucking with me.
You know anybody who draws? Because I don't draw.
Local, no. I could find. You know, and there was a guy who I think would be fun to have on. His name is Nate Quarry. He's a comic book writer. And he writes, he was there the last time we were there too, and he writes this comic about zombies. I can't remember the full...
I'm sure we've met him.
You've seen him? I don't know that you've met him, because if you met him, you'd know who he was, because what makes him interesting...
A lot of comic book writers.
Right, but what makes this guy different was he used to fight in the UFC.
Oh.
And at one point, they said, well, he had to retire because I believe of a neck injury. And they asked him in an interview, even at UFC, I believe is what it was. They said, well, what are you going to do? He says, I think I'm going to write comics. And then I see him at I was looking at the comics, and I looked at him, and I looked at the because I hadn't seen the guy in a while. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious as to what that transition was like for him to go from, being a UFC, he was a top fighter guy, to now he's writing comics, and he seems to be doing okay. Because
if you think about it, though, that's an interesting background to do a comic story. I mean, what do we all want in comic books? We want to see everybody bash the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's what we wanted over UFC as well.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, why would Spider-Man fight Superman? Because it's fucking fun, that's why.
Because it was in my head, and I thought I'd put it on
That's right. I want to see who'd win. Like, my dad would kick your dad's ass. It's that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And UFC's kind of a similar way.